Hello, good evening all. Good afternoon. We still have several participants joining, so let's wait for a while, 1 2 minutes for them to join. Thank you. Okay. Again, hello to everybody and welcome to Spindo first quarter 2022 analyst meeting. Please reminded that this meeting is being recorded and broadcasted in YouTube. For those who have connection problem, can also join by our YouTube channel. My name is Johannes Edward, the Corporate Secretary and IR for Spindo. And I'm joined by Pak Teja Sukmana Hudianto, our Vice President Director, who will be also be helping us with the Q&A session. For those who do not yet have our copy of material, our financial statement for first quarter, and this material is available in our official website at www.spindo.com. Before I begin, I'd like to confirm all the ground rules for today's event. All participants will be on mute during the presentation to avoid background noises. During the question and answer session, you may enter the question in your chat box or either privately or publicly, or directly unmute your speakers to ask the question. Okay, some key highlights for first quarter 2022. As we all know, the unique and anticipated event such as Russia invasion of Ukraine and US economic policy leading dollar strength made challenging economic conditions even more volatile. Shortage of oil, gas, fertilizer, wheat, as well as steel and coal supply disrupt global availability and further creates pressure on global inflation. However, despite this backdrop, Spindo achieved 88.4% sales growth year-on-year, amounting to 2.0119 billion. So it's 2 trillion rupiah as compared to 1 trillion 67 billion last year. And with that, achieved a 552.16% increase of sales volume, amounted to 111,000 tons compared to 73,000 tons during the same quarter last year. I would like also to inform that it's pleased for us to announce that this is a record quarter for the record first quarter for the company. So managing the working capital requirements of higher sales volume and higher raw material has negatively impacted operating cash flow due to increased sales due to increase of trade receivables. This is somewhat balanced by our ongoing initiative to reduce inventory and improve balance sheet productivity, which we believe will be realized by strong cash flow generation later this year. We will discuss about it more later. As I know there is some new participant on the call today, I would like to share a brief overview about our company. So Spindo is founded back in 1971, established as a foreign company corporation by PT Gayantara, Itochu Corporation Japan, and Kawasaki Steel Corporation. Our headquarters located in Surabaya with the representative office in Jakarta. 6 plants located on Java Island, 5 in East Java, and 1 in Western Java in Karawang. We have 3 right now warehouses located in Jakarta, Bandung, and Samarinda. We are now undergo building of the 4th warehouse in Makassar. At the moment, we are largest welded steel pipe manufacturer in Indonesia with more than 600,000 ton capacity. Our shareholders is 55.94% our founder, represented by PT Cakra Bakti Paraputra, and 44.6% public, including treasury stock of 1.68% and Pemberton Asia Opportunities Fund of 6.68%. Our board commissioner and board of directors can be seen here. And the data will later be can be find in the website. Spindo produces carbon steel and stainless steel coil material from our procured from our local and foreign producers, which then are cut, bent, and welded to form a wide range of steel pipe products, where the specifications are varied and can be uniquely made to customer order. Our products are well diversified market segments ranging from the construction, infrastructure, and utilities, as well as automotive and furniture applications. But not least, the oil and gas sector requires API certified products and is a key growth sector for us this year. Spindo is the only Indonesian steel pipe producer that is certified with UL-FM. This is a certification used in fire sprinkler system in US and Canada. So I would like to reiterate again, this is the only Indonesian steel pipe producer that's equipped with this standard. We are the only steel pipe capable of making SSAW pipe or spiral pipe with diameter of 120 inch and 25 millimeter thickness. We are also the only steel pipe producer that capable of making Schedule 80 welded pipe up to 2.5 inch using Kusakabe machine, and we also able to make 9 millimeter diameter pipe with 1.2 millimeter thickness. So this Kusakabe machine is very unique because it can make a very small pipe with very thickness profile. We are also the only Indonesian steel pipe producer using blow galvanized. Last month, there's several analysts that is visit our factory and saw this new facility of blow galvanized. Yeah. So there's a lot of competitive advantage that Spindo have to win competition from other steel pipe manufacturers. Some of the uniqueness are listed herein, but apart from that, our broad range of product and product availability is also favored by customer because it's more efficient to them to get all the products in one place. We are also we have our GI pipes compressed with a unique composition that have a high tensile, but also high elongation. This is very unique and enable our GI pipe to withstand more weight as compared to similar product. We have also high awareness to environmental and social aspects, demonstrated by obtaining ISO 40001, establishing of Spindo LSP to support government educated skilled labor. We have also ISO 45001 or occupational health and safety standard. So this is the competitive advantage that make us stood out different from the other pipe manufacturers in Indonesia. apart from the largest, of course. We have more than 5,000 customers with 2,000 or 3,000 being active annually. Our products are sold through direct to end users and non-direct through our distributors. Sales mix still for first quarter still dominated by spiral pipe, water pipe, black pipe, and also stripe plates. 69% of our products goes to construction, infrastructure, and utilities sector. This is including our export market. Approximately 17% goes to furniture, 14% goes to automotive, and less than 1% goes to oil and gas. The additional percentage is derived more because of the increase in this sector. All the other is also growth, but the growth is this sector is higher. Now moving on to first quarter 2022. As I mentioned before, the revenue is jumped to more than 2 trillion. Also, the cost of goods sold also increased. This is due to the arrival of higher price coil. So basically, the terminology of arrival of higher price coil, as you know, the process is from purchase, and then the shipment the coil. So we have inventory of coil, and then we have the finished goods inventory, which is then sits for like a month or so. So all of this was purchased previously when the purchase of coil was higher. We later discuss about this, but then we sell now when the price is a bit lower. However, we believe that relatively stable net profit, 120 billion, is still broadly aligned with our annual target. This is because the higher price will then be superseded or supplied later by the lower price coil, and then of course lower priced raw material. Debt to EBITDA and EBITDA to interest slightly reduced to 5.2, but still very much on a very safe level. Balance sheet composition also not much different. However, if you see here, there's an increase of equity. So again, to discuss about the cash flow operation, as reported out in our cash flow statement, the cash flow from operation was negative. The main factor that, if you see this monthly sales, January, February, March. January is not too much because it's still a lot of holiday. February we improve a lot, but March we are more than double from our 2021 monthly sales average of 48 billion a month. So in March we had hit the record of 900, almost 1 trillion sales. So then, due to the term of payment to our customers, most of this portion is not paid on March, so it's spending on the receivable. You see here the IR turnover is increased from 58 to 76, but at the same time, the inventory turnovers they reduced from 234 to only 135. So 100 days. So 100 days reduced. Hence the overall the cash conversion cycle was further reduced to 203. So again, I want to reiterate that the cash flow from operation negative is due to increase of requirement from working capital due to the increase of sales, not because of the collectability issue. See here as the cash flow from operation is negative. Okay, this is a several link that maybe later you can see, to reiterate and emphasize that the or cash flow negative is need to be examined thoroughly, whether it's because the collection issue or rapid sales increase. So this is the proof that the cash flow operation is minus because of the rapid sales increase. How about April and May? Of course, relatively speaking, May and April have a lot of holidays, so we don't really expect a strong number of sales. But we believe with the with the effort of the sales team, the first half will still be okay. Spindo is continuing to improve and upgrade its machineries every day, every week, every month to achieve better efficiency. So with the sales of March, the utilization rate stands for 63%. So one of the example, the improvement we do in the factory is such as the replacement of the cutting machine. Several of the analysts here also have witnessed firsthand that by replacing the cutting machine can improve significantly the production time. This is what I say before. So the steel price was peak like in the third quarter last year, and then drop the first on the fourth quarter and the first quarter this year. However, I would like to highlight that given that we are able to still broaden the gap between sales price and the raw material price. Yeah. This is the sales price of our bare black pipe sales, and then the blended import local hot roll price. Yeah. So consistently, of course, there's some down as well, but trend wise, consistently we are able to improve this. Yes, it's the illustration of import and export. See, the gray one is the import, hence that's why previously we have a lot of local because the local price is cheaper, but right now the price is getting closer, and actually in some products is more expensive local. So we have now more proportion of import. Of course, do take note that this is first quarter deliveries only. So next month will be different, April will be different, and so on. We buy a lot from Jingsan, Krakatau Steel locally, and from offshore we buy a lot from Bowu, Nippon Steel, and JFA. So if you see JFA Steel here, last year is only 6.7%. Now it's 14.7%. So with the dynamics of volatility and dynamics of raw material, Spindo is one of the manufacturers that can have a vast supplier network. Otherwise, we not be catered. Again, looking at first quarter performance, we believe that we're still on track to our overall strategy to achieve 500,000 ton sales by 2025. So we see this new export opportunity, increase the oil and gas sector, and other projects. We also do some internal. We also do internal improvement as well. Apart from our ESG initiative, as I mentioned before, we have installed, and it's now fully installed and successfully installed, successfully tested. Now waiting for the permit from PLN to commence full operation status. Okay. Okay, so a little bit on raw material and commodity price. You see here, actually, we have this from World Steel Organization that 1 ton of crude steel in blast furnace, yeah, this is for blast furnace, is required almost 1.4 per ton of iron ore, 780,000 coal, 270 kilo of limestone, and still 125 kilo of steel scrap. So with that, with the current steel or iron ore, coal and limestone, steel scrap, this is steel scrap. The calculated raw material only is still approximately 600 something US dollar. So by current price of China still LME is about this is a future which is like 700, which spot price is slightly higher, but you can see that actually the steel producer right now have a very, not a very thin, but have a very quite not so relaxed margin. Yeah. More importantly, and because of that, we believe that at the current condition, the steel price will still be relatively sideways on the current high level. Okay. And more important and more interesting about this red box, this is the beginning of this red box is the late February, whereby Ukraine got invaded by Russia. And then you can see that during 1 month there's a shock in the price, but then it's normalized and stabilized. But in US, once the US is once the Russia is hit Ukraine, the price is shocked, and still under pressure until now. It's just normalized and stabilized only after April. So the effect is, I think, is worse to US than to other words. Now the China steel price is is beginning to rise again. In South Korea, steel price is also high. How about us? How about Indonesia? Basically, Indonesia itself have a very good position. We believe, because it's a commodity-based country. You can see here we have all the positive balance rate, very high on April, and the debt to GDP ratio we are among the lowest. Yeah, it's among the lowest. We are only higher than Brunei. Of course, Brunei have a lot of oil anyway, and have a lot of have not so much people. So looking at this, yeah, I mean, as a common people who sometimes heard propaganda said, oh, Indonesia is adding more debt. They have to see. I mean, I would like to encourage all the analysts here to also try to explain. I mean, yeah, rather than get carried forward by those political aspects here. Stop, please, those politics. Yeah, stop. Making people mislead. Yeah. Because Indonesia is in my opinion, you look at this data, our inflation rate, our debt to GDP is still on a very good position. Also, we have also seen a firmly improving economy, and this is we got from BPS, but compiled by Bank Nanamon. You see, from first quarter as compared to last quarter, manufacturing is increasing, trade is increasing, transport is increasing, construction is increasing, infocom is increasing, hotel, of course, is increasing, agriculture is increasing. Only real estate and mining is slightly down from the last quarter. Yeah, but overall, I see this is a very positive sign, and this, especially this construction and manufactured, are related to us, so we have a lot of confidence. We also see the domestic and international passenger, see from 2022, 21, 2022, so so it's almost reached the pre-COVID era, first quarter pre-COVID era. International, because international is already first quarter 2022 is already affected. You see a lot of jumps. Yeah, some of my friends, they came from ULC, they came from Singapore. They said they cannot find a seat to Indonesia. It's all full book. So, well, this is a good sign, and that's also the reason why we are positive, and we are confident that we can reach our target in 2022. Yeah. Again, it is a sales volume automotive. You see that March sales is still better than last year, as consistently show in the last 3 months. So a lot of issues on the real estate sector, but in general they're saying that in general things are more positive than last year. So because this is we also take this because they are also our consumers. As I said, Indonesia is a very good opportunity for us, and 94 or 95% our sales goes to domestic market. Even though that we are still pushing to our export, but the fact is more than 90% still goes to domestic. This is selected projects that we have. I think most of them, even me, I don't familiar with, but this is just a sample of hundreds of projects that we participate. This is the investment consolidation. SSP is, I think most of you already know, but stock ownership, I would like to highlight that there's a steady increase of foreign from 2018 to 2021, from only 8 to 15%. In 2021 as well, the foreign inflow still positive. And then why choose ASSP as your investment? Because we have a reputable and high experience management focus in its core business. So Pak Teja here, along with Pak Ibnu and all management, focus in their core business. They are expert in steel, more than 50 years each. Yeah. So, and they don't really active in capital market, unlike the leaders of so-called multinational corporation or other who exploit the capital market for their benefit. We are the industry leader in the midstream steel sector. So why we emphasize midstream? Because the fierce competition is in the upstream level, not the midstream. We are transforming and innovative company. You can see we are consistently improving from 2017 and still not yet finished. And consideration by founder or major shareholder to minority by consistent dividend payment. Yeah. Of course, the next year dividend payment cannot be announced now, but given the track record, I believe this will be highly considered by founder and majority shareholders. So having a strong first quarter 2022, Spindo management is confident that the company is on the right track. Yeah, and Spindo will continue and expedite its internal improvement program that started back in 2018 with its sales expansion, marketing approach, elevation, and so on. Again, we believe Indonesia is a relatively better position due to its commodity-based economy and growing, and also the amount of the economy the amount of productive people and so on. So given all the opportunities and the challenges presented, we still aim to achieve 20 to 30% sales in growth in sales volume and net profit as compared to 2021. I think with that, I end my presentation. For those who have questions, feel free to ask. I think the host can unmute all. Go ahead, if there anybody who have a question.
Yeah, hi, Pak Johannes.
Hi, Pak.
Again.
How are you, Pak?
Hello. Good. I have two questions only. Number one is, what is your terms of payment like for your steel pipes? And is that the main reason why the March sales is not in the cash flow?
Mm-hmm.
And number two is, what happened to Krakatau Steel and Gunung Raja Paksi? Because your first quarter 22 shows virtually no sales. You don't buy anything from them,
Mm-hmm.
which is a huge change from the fourth quarter 21.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me answer your first question about the term payment. So basically, Pak, for our regular customer, of course, for new customers, we have a different TOP policy. For new customers, we have cash or we have very fast term of payment. But for our regular customers, we have approximately 45 days term of payment. So even sales in February, in Feb, I think some of them is not yet collected in March. Let alone sales in what you call it, March itself.
Okay. That's the industry standard, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, different. Yeah, I mean, of course, we have different policy towards different policy towards different customer, but of course, relatively we have, of course, give them a term of payment. And then, in addition to that, for some projects, of course, we have a longer term of payment. But then, of course, we also calculate that back to the price that we quote to them. Halo, Pak.
Is there a okay.
Halo, Pak. Ya, Pak.
Yeah. Is there a decrease in selling price from first?
Sorry, I cannot get that. I don't get it.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay. Is there a decrease in selling price from fourth quarter to first quarter?
Yes, of course we do. As you can see in the graph.
SP.
Yeah. As you can see in the graph, of course the customers also expect us to lower the price. However, the decrease of the raw material is bigger than the decrease of our sales price. We can manage to do that. So again, to answer your second question, why we have less Krakatau Steel and GRP? Of course, it's also explained in the picture. We need to choose much better price supplier. I think Pak Teja, you wanna add on that, Pak Teja?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, the price for Krakatau Steel and Gunung Raja Paksi at the time was too high. Yeah. So we just take a chance to buy the import cheaper material. If the price is not so much cheaper, usually we still buy from domestic because of we calculate the currency risk. But if the price from import is much cheaper, then I think if we don't import, then maybe we lose our competitiveness because maybe our competitor also will import.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all from me, see.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think I have several of list of questions that presented before, but I believe I have answered most of them. Most of it, is recorded to why cash flow negative? Can we improve the cash flow? How about the selling price? I think we have covered that issues. But again, if anybody wants to ask again, please should. Okay, we have also question from Pak Anwar in YouTube. How's the progress of the new 100-hectare factory in Gresik? Any delay or problem with the construction on land progress when the factory will be operated? Okay, just to inform that we have finished the land fencing, apa ya? Ya pemagaran ya, land fencing. We have also finished the cut and fill for phase 1, which we will use for our storage and reprocessing facility. There's no delay. There's no significant delay, rather than typical weather program, weather delay, etc. But but no material delay. Okay, what will Spindo do to manage the account receivables? I think how the company intensify the collectibility of sell trade receivables. I think this is two question that I answered previously. So there's basically no problem about the account receivable. It's increased due to increase of sales, not because of the collectibility. So of course, as part of our improvement, we do have program to to intensify or to monitor the collectibility of our receivables, but there's no particular event, or there's no particular material things that we need to aware on that side. Okay, we have again question from the reason for decrease gross margin 20-12%. Yeah, okay. I think let me get back to this slide. Okay, I hope everybody can see this. Pak Gigi, bisa kelihatan Pak ya?
Yes.
Okay, so let me slowly walk you through. So you can see here, actually the sales price of the steel price is peak at the third quarter, and then down from the fourth quarter onwards. But then this is the purchase. This is the purchase price. Do we receive and sell the hot roll at that time? Of course not. The coil needs to be transported. Needs transported to our factory. Maybe for import it needs at least 2 months, 2 to 3 months, and then the processing, and then sits in our inventory for another like 1 or 2 months. Typically before it's sold, even more. So the price here is carried until the price is the what you call it, the goods is actually sold here. the COGS is here and the price is sold here. Then what to do? Yeah, it's okay, because later on, of course, we purchase more material here as well, right? So the important thing is when price is going down, that we can cleanse. Yeah, we can cleanse the higher price material as fast as we can, so that we can purchase the lower material again more. Yeah. Otherwise, if we don't sell, then we are trapped with the high inventory price. So that's the reason why. And then also Pak Yasa question. You see, even though that the sales price is going down, of course, everybody know, because everybody know the price is going down. We need to lower the price, but then we managed to reduce the price difference, yeah, so that we can maintain the gap. When will this reflected? Yeah, in the next 2 or 3 months. When the COGS here is sold. Yeah. So we need to put this graph, yeah, with also this graph. See, you see here, the global steel price is already sideways. Yeah, US is even more visible. It's already sideways. Yeah, it's already sideways. Pak Teja, maybe you wanna add some more?
Yeah, as Mr. Yana said, but now we are still watching very carefully. The steel price drop is mainly now the current one is driven by the China lockdown COVID policy. So this quite big, because China is one of the biggest steel producer in the world. So after lockdown, the demand in some sectors, usually in the Shanghai area, is disappear. Yeah, because all the industry there also have to close their mill. So then most of the majority of the steel have to be exported. And most of the mill also looking for the cash, and they reduce the price quite significant. But now, as you know, the price, there is a news that China will open Shanghai in June. So we will see if all the industry, the closed industry start to open again, maybe demand will recover, and steel price from China also will go up, and maybe steel price will continue to recover. So then, yeah, as Johanna said, because of the material price basically still in the high side. Yeah, not only iron ore, coking coal, but also the gas, right? Oil also in the high side. Yeah, and the freight cost also still quite high. So that's why we believe steel price maybe will stabilize. Maybe the hot coil still around maybe $900. Yeah, will stabilize in that level again. So it is only the temporary momentum that because of the China lockdown. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Pak Teja. Okay, we have also a question: how much the company cash for capex this year and what's for? The capex is originated from internal cash or funding from issuance of bonds or loans. I think most of the capex this year, capital expenditure this year is still going to be the new 8-inch machine and the development of Makassar depot. Yeah. So we predicted this year capex is going to be approximately 70 to 100 billion only, and it's going to be originated from internal cash. What's your prediction for gross margin and operating margin for second quarter 2022? Yeah. And why did March sales spike very high? Yeah, March sales spike very high. I think one of the factor is because everybody is expecting April to be, slow. And then second, of course, because the increase of the PPN, the VAT on April. So everybody is trying to secure they purchase at least to enjoy 1% different. Yeah. And in regards to the prediction for gross margin, operating margin for second quarter, I think we believe at the moment our focus is to maintain the sales volume, because again, cannot be denied that still it's a game of volume. So if we can maintain the volume enough, the margin will be stable. Yeah. Because we know April and May have a lot of holiday, so we push more, and then we still have June to come, and we do hope that June can, June will have a better, definitely we have better performance rather than April and May because of more working days. So gross margin, operating margin, I think, of course not like 2021, but definitely will improve from first quarter. So overall, the first half will be okay. Another question from Pak Anwar, currently inventory strategy during high steel price, potential of the company using FIFO, LIFO. Pak, we cannot do that. We need to be consistent with our recording, and that is we averaging the inventory. What is the company strategy to have better return on the working capital amount deployed? Basically, we are trying to reduce the working capital. As you can see in the presentation material, that we are trying to reduce the cash conversion cycle. Okay, what's the contribution percentage from water pipe related to product and water pipe related project to the net profit margin and revenue? Basically, water pipe is one of the highest margin we have because it's have additional value of coating. To sales, the volume, the value is approximately water pipe is approximately much of it, 15%. Okay, yeah, 15%. Yeah. Why does Spindo pay cash for the supplies? I don't think we pay cash. Most of our supplies or raw material is we pay by credit from our supplier, or mostly by credit from banks. We don't really pay cash. Do we pay cash, Pak Teja? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, as you said.
Yeah. Thank you. Anything else? Any questions? Okay. Should we expect the sales price to jump again in the next quarter? I think Pak Teja, you better take this one, Pak.
Yeah. When we see the price of the, I think we watch two things. First is our US dollar against rupiah. So how is the US dollars against rupiah movement? And secondly, also the steel price movement in China, especially. So if China recover from the COVID, and China already start to open again, no more lockdown in Shanghai and in Beijing, I believe steel price will recover. So then after recover, so we will adjust accordingly our price also.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have we have discussed most of the questions. Farm inventory strategy, raw materials purchase, We already discussed that. Margin improvements already have. Target specific for gross margin. Of course, for gross margin, we targeted in the range of 15 to 19%. Net margin, we still aim for approximately 10%. Strategy, I already discussed. Financing, we have discussed that. GPM, again, we have discussed. Guidance this year, already discussed. Okay. Average utilization, again, already discussed. Okay. Okay. Lastly, anybody wants to ask anything, apart from anything confidential, we can discuss everything here. I think unlike other issuers, we are very flexible. We're very open. You can ask anything. You can reach me or Pak Teja anytime. Especially when you have buy our shares, it's become one family. So, yep, I think there's no more question, Pak Teja. So with that, thank you very much for your attention. I'm sorry if there's some delay in the details of this call transmission. We do hope that next time it can be arranged much earlier. However, if there's anybody of you who still have questions, feel free to send me emails at johannes.edward@spindo.co.id. Again, johannes.edward@spindo.co.id. I'll be more than happy to answer. All right, everybody, have a good day. Thank you for attending this call meeting. We hope to see your investment in our company, and we see you in the next quarter result. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak.
Thank you.